wants to get married by the time that they're like 30? And it was like, parents don't want you to have a boyfriend.
Where would I meet
then
Holy Ghost.
Like literally 6 months later, they now say, so is it that no boy is toasting you? Won't you get married? And you're like,
for the man that will meet me, somebody's son that will find me, we are eloping. And if you
somebody's son will find you
one day, please God, anyways, you are a vibe.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a whole vibe.
Welcome back to another episode of Naija Girls Dish with Dolakbo
and Diana.
And today we are talking about, what are we talking about?
We are talking about being over 30 and not married. And we're talking about getting married after 30.
Yes.
Let's get into it.
And all those kind of things.
Yes.
Okay, so I will start. Should I start?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Or do you want to start?
No, listen, I'm learning. I didn't learn walk.
Yeah.
Do tell.
Don't learn from me.
No, listen, I'm over 30. So hello.
Yes, and I got married over 30. So, okay, there's a story. Let me tell you a story. If I start seeing there's a story I tell. There was this like school conference thing that I spoke at for the first time. I did it for they invite me back every year because I really enjoyed it. And they had different kids from secondary schools. And I think there was 1,000 secondary school students there. This is in Lagos, by the way. And so I was trying to prove a point about something. So I asked, okay, who here wants to be married by the time you're 21? Just a handful of people put up their hands. Who here would like to be married by the time you're 25? And I would say 90% of the people in the hall put up their hands. I said, who wants to get married by the time that they're 30? And it was like, that's literally, God forbid. And I was just like, oh, okay. So I found that very interesting because I was trying to gauge their mindset. Also because I grew up in England, so I didn't feel, for me, that I had that kind of pressure of you need to be married by a certain age. Also, my parents are quite chilled. They didn't put that pressure on me. So I never thought to myself, I must be married by 30. But I do remember thinking I would have kids by the time I was 30, and I don't know why. So I don't know why I wasn't really thinking the whole marriage thing, but I just remember thinking, I know I would kind of had kids when I was 30. So obviously that didn't happen. So I got married when I was 33. And even in the hall that day, I said to them, I'm 33 and I just got engaged. And everyone just started clapping. Congratulations. And I was like, you've missed the point. You've just gone from, God forbid, to maybe they're thinking, thank goodness she's been saved. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I do know that whilst my husband and I were dating, so we dated for 4 years. While we were dating, I did have some aunties that would make comments like, so is he not going to propose or what's happening? Because we met when I was 29 or 28, just before I was 29. And then as time went on, so I got to 30, then I got to 31. And everyone was just, not everyone, but they would just make a few comments here and there so I don't understand, how long will you people be dating for? That was the problem. So I remember thinking, but why is everyone so bothered? If I'm not bothered,
what's your own?
And if I get tired, if I decide, how do you know we're not even trying to fix things or work things out or just mind your business? So I am not the kind of person that I would have gotten married young. Because if I got married in my 20s, I would probably be divorced by now. That is me personally. I know people who got married in their 20s and they're on their 15 years of marriage, right? So it really does depend. But for me as a person, I was not ready. I was not ready to get married in my 20s. I was still finding myself, sorting out my career. It's also a time for me to be selfish. When you get married and start having children, you become selfless. It's not even about you. Especially when you have kids. I mean, it's like you're the last bus stop. So I couldn't have done that in my 20s. And when you have children, they do not ask you born into the world. So why will I needed to be ready in a mental space. So for me, the whole thing about, if you get married after you're 30, you're expired, you are over the hill, is absolute nonsense. But I just feel like there is some kind of, I don't know, is this scaremongering? People, I did notice that towards the end, my late 20s, people started getting a bit crazy, acting a bit crazy, making certain choices, of the kind of partner
That's when that
they would be,
desperation
because they were
kicks in.
scared that they were gonna get left on the shelf. So, but I mean, with anything is a risk. You get married to something, it might work, it might not work. You get married to something, it might work, it might not work. So
you just don't know.
you just have to do you and be happy.
No, I had a friend who got married at 25. She was divorced at 29.
Okay.
So it really just doesn't pull him in.
Yeah,
It
I have
doesn't
two
make any
friends.
sense.
They got married in their 20s, early 20s. They're divorced.
This is it.
So
Yeah, so I'm in my 30s and I am not married and I'm alive. Yes. Look at that. I'm breathing. Look at that. I'm cute.
do you think people in England have that same pressure of, first of all, I just feel like marriage in England is very different.
This is it. It's very different and the pressure is different.
Yeah.
So I think for me, I was born and raised in the UK, but raised very Nigerian. But, so we don't have the, oh my God, marriage. But you do have it's like light pressure. I don't think, it's not pressure because I think I've met people when I lived in Nigeria that were like, it's a do or die affair. Like they would sooner do third wife than be single and unmarried before 30, by 30. So I think in the UK, growing up here, the pressure's different. It's like, yes, please go and marry her. But these are also the same people that didn't allow you to have a boyfriend. You never saw a man.
I never understand that.
You
when
went to
parents
girls'
are
school.
like, parents don't want you to have a boyfriend.
Where would I meet
then
you? Holy Ghost.
Like literally 6 months later, because you've got to a certain age, and I'll say, so is it that no boy is toasting you? Would you get married? And you're
that's
like,
the best one
no,
for
like,
me.
hang on, wait. I don't understand. At this age, you said don't have it. No man should talk to you. Because I've now crossed over to 25, you're not like, where is the guy?
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense to me. I do not think it's a do or die affair. I think it's when it's your time, it's your time. And being smart before you enter these unions. A lot of people have entered marriage and they weren't fully baked and caked. So you've joined your life to someone else who might also not be fully baked and caked.
The thing is,
so you're trauma bonding wherever your issues are.
with that, I would say you are never fully baked and caked.
But you can be baked to omo. You can be that moi.
It's better than being raw inside.
Do you understand?
You know, because you are constantly evolving in your relationship.
When you
know?
choose marriage and you say, okay, there's something I want to venture into.
Yeah.
There are certain steps that you now even will take. There are some people that the idea of marriage is what they're looking for. It's not the actuality or the
Or the
reality
idea of the
it.
wedding.
That wedding thing, go and sit down, please. First and foremost, I don't know why y'all want to pay to feed people.
That wedding.
I'm not a fan. I'm eloping. For the man that will meet me, somebody's son that will find me, we are eloping. And if you ever
Somebody's son will find you
one day, please God, really well. Anyways, moving on. I don't think it's a end of the world situation. I think that I do think.
But who
that
says it's a who
Okay,
has made
so
it
as a
that?
single woman, let me tell you the mindset. Let me tell you the mindset of a woman in her early 30s. Thank you.
Okay.
You start. If I stole you, dear. You get to a place where you're like, okay, I'm doing well in my work. I am making memories. I am building wealth. I'm growing as a person. I'm learning things about myself. I'm getting to that place of selflessness. And I'm having all these experiences by myself. You get to a place where you want companionship and you want to share your life and you want to be there for someone else and have someone be there for you. I think I remember these moments as usually when I'm on like a long job and I'm out of town and I'm like, oh, it'd be nice. And I see, I'm like, oh, must be nice. I'm like, oh, must be nice. But I think it's not the end of the world. I don't think it's enough to tie your destiny to
It
it.
must be nice with the right person.
This is it.
Not must be nice with any person.
This is it. You know, I have a friend who believes she was put on this earth to be a wife and a mother.
Okay.
I'm not against that. Let's be clear about that. I have no problems with that. The issue that's a baby issue is if that doesn't happen, what then? And there's a real place in life where that is possible that's not going to be your reality.
But do you feel like someone like that who she feels that that's her purpose will make it happen? Because it will get to the point where it's just about just getting a person. It might not be the right person.
But you get to that place where you're a wife, you're a mother, and you are at your unhappiest. That, and I think that's my problem is.
But that
what
kind of
do you do
person
then?
has to enter into it before they realize that. Do you see what I mean?
No, now they must
Because if
love you before you know it's
because,
painful.
so
now.
if you've convinced yourself that, you know, that's your sole purpose in life, you will do whatever it takes to get to that. Whether it works out or not is a completely different story, right? Whether you meet the right person or not is a completely different thing.
Yeah.
But
I think the time, especially in your 30s, where you are still single or whatever the case may be, dating, please no situationships in your 30s. It's not cute. It's not a good look. Like, it's acne. No one wants it. It's the time you really work on yourself. This is the time when you say, where do I go wrong? What are my issues? What makes my head go squint? Because relationships bring out the bad in you and the good, but that bad in you that you need to know of. Because when you don't know that this is how I behave when this happens. So being able to be compassionate, take it easy, learn patience. I think that's what that time is for. That time is really to be resilient and to just work on yourself. And people are so desperate to tie themselves to someone. I can't tell you how many women are in their 30s that are so uncomfortable with being with themselves. Guys, you are a vibe.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I'm a whole vibe. I enjoy me some me. I take me out. I read books with me. I take myself on trips. Because when the time does come, let's be very clear, what I've learned from my married friends and my married sister, she will tell you, oh God, that trip you want to take, the way before you take it, hey. That thing you want to do, that cloth you want to buy, because it's now a familial affair. It's not just a you thing, it's a we thing now. So enjoy your you time.
It's always a way. It's always a way.
This one's like,
It's
do you need a
always
moment?
a
Is
way.
everything okay?
It's a way. It's a way.
I just think you need to enjoy your you time.
You can't just, hey, you know what? I want to go to Italy over the weekend. Oh.
I did that actually.
Okay.
I went on a day trip to
Who is
Milan.
going to babysit? Okay. What school run? Okay, what do I do with the second child? Oh, who can I?
I just think it's not the end of the world if you're not married by 30.
I also think that people just need to lay off and people need to just stop putting pressure on themselves. It's easier said than done, especially when you've got outside influence telling you that you're being left behind or people or whatever. And the thing is, a lot of people won't tell you if they are having issues with their partner. Not that they have to tell you, because if they don't want to tell you, that's their business.
Yeah.
But I think there's a lot of people who are painting a picture of possibly what is happening in their homes, and that might not necessarily be true. So they might have friends around them that are envious and think, oh, you know what, I want to be like this person, or all relationship goals. I always say, I'm not anybody's relationship goals.
Nobody's going to show you
You
bad.
don't know what's going on in my house.
Nobody.
I don't know what's going on in your house. When I see you, your fine pictures, all your children, you look beautiful. You're not my relationship goals, because for all I know, somebody's busting your head in your house.
Oof.
Because, you know, on Instagram, you see everyone looking happy and posting their families, and you know,
And a week
and it
later,
might be true, it
Insta
might not
blog
be
is carrying
true.
something.
So
You're
I
not
just
there.
don't even. That's none of my business.
Yeah.
It's really, really none of my business. So I just think, lay off the pressure. Lay off pressure on yourself. It's. I don't.
It's a good time, you know.
I was gonna say, like,
It's a good time. That 30, that little window where you're just like, do you know what? I'm in my bag.
Yeah.
Like, I'm financially stable to
that
where I can
money.
take them trips,
Yes.
make that money, like stack up, be comfortable, enjoy yourself, treat yourself. Really.
Also, so that if you do meet someone and you're dating and it's, you know, you think it's going well, and then if it turns around and the person is a psychotic person, you do not say to yourself, oh, well, this person has a little bit of money and I'm now at this age and I want to get married and da-da-da. No, you can take that decision to leave, because you're going to be okay by yourself, especially to do with money, because that finance thing is a
That's
very
the
big
one
thing.
that traps them.
Exactly.
Because you're just like, oh gosh, it'd be nice if somebody would be nice. It's always nice, because me, I'm not even gonna lie. Sugar daddy with no sugar, because I don't have sugar to give him. But to be self-sufficient and to be really in your bag.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, if you're single and over 30, your focus should really be setting yourself up, getting your bag, be so comfortable, treat yourself. When I say treat yourself, I'm talking about skincare.
Yes.
You time. Listen.
Yeah.
Ain't nobody want half of a woman. Ain't nobody want an empty barrel. Because what it is if you're there, I'm looking for man, man, find me. Nobody wants a half-baked woman. You want a woman that is showing up, present, proud, looking like, do you get it?
Got it all the way together.
That's what's attractive. Desperation, you can smell it and you can see it.
There's also people who just don't want to get married full stop. So there's those,
hello, rate you guys. Do it.
If you don't,
If it's not for you, it's not for you.
And if somebody asks you, tell them to shut up and mind their business. Okay.
That's it for today, guys. And we'll
catch you in the next one.
Okay, bye.
Bye.